In this lecture, we'll discuss about a high-level synchronization construct known as monitors. Monitor is a high-level abstraction that provides convenient and efficient mechanism for process synchronization. Monitors are high-level data abstraction tool combining three features: variables that hold the shared data, the condition variables used for signaling inside the monitor, and procedures for performing operations on the variable. So here is a syntax for the monitor. So this is like a class-like construct. So monitor, this is the monitor name, and this encapsulates both variables and the procedures that operates on these variables. So in addition to this variables that hold the shared data, there are special variables known as condition variables also. Variables in the monitor are protected data that can only be accessed by the procedures inside the monitors. So these variables can be accessed only by the procedures inside the monitor. A procedure defined within a monitor can access only those variables declared locally within the monitor and its formal parameters. So these procedures inside the monitor can access only these variables and also the formal parameters of the procedures within formal parameters of the procedures. So it cannot access the variables that is declared outside the monitor. But the monitor procedures can be accessed from outside, but the monitor ensures that only one procedure is called at a time. So this monitor procedures can be accessed from outside the monitor. We cannot access the variables from outside, but the procedure can be accessed from outside. So here the condition is that the monitor ensures that only one procedure is called at a time. So at a time, only one procedure is called. That means only one process can be executing inside the monitor. So that means the monitor construct ensures that only one process at a time can be active within the monitor. When a process calls a monitor procedure, it first checks if any other process is currently active within the monitor. If so, the calling process is suspended until the other process leaves the monitor. So if no other process is using the monitor, the calling process may enter. Hence, the mutual exclusion can be attained by placing the critical resources and the associated procedures within a monitor. The required mutual exclusions are enforced by the compiler implementing the monitor. So remember, this is a programming language constructor. So the compiler enforces the mutual exclusion. Whereas in the case of semaphore, the programmer has to write the code for mutual exclusion, but here it is implemented by the compiler. Monitors are directly supported by languages like concurrent Pascal, concurrent Euclid, Ada 95, etc. They are supported in a simplified form in Java also. Suppose while executing a procedure inside the monitor, the process got suspended until some condition is met. There should be some method by which the process releases the monitor so that some other process may enter. Later, when the condition is satisfied and the monitor is available, the process must be allowed to re-enter the monitor and resume at the point of its suspension. So condition variables are used to provide this facility. A condition variable is a special variable that can be defined only inside the monitor. Two operations are permitted on condition variable, that means C wait and C signal. C wait means suspend the execution of the calling process on the condition variable C and places that process on a queue associated with that variable. So whichever process calls this cwait function will be suspended and it will be put into a queue associated with the variable C. Waiting processes are not considered to be inside the monitor. The process can resume execution only if another process executes the C signal. So C signal means allows a process waiting on a condition variable C to resume its execution. If there are several such processes, choose one of them. If there is no such process, do nothing. So these are the two operations that operates on the condition variables. So here is a schematic diagram of a monitor. So our monitor has got shared data as well as condition variables. So this X and Y are condition variables. So these are the operations that is performed on this data. So there are some initialization code that initializes the variable. So this is the entry queue. So our process, whichever process that wants to enter the monitor is put into a entry queue. So only one process will be allowed to execute inside the monitor. So if some other process is executing the monitor, the process has to wait until that process leaves the monitor. So there is the condition variables. So suppose a process P1 is executing inside the monitor. So while executing inside the monitor, the P1 got blocked on some condition. So in that case, since P1 is inside the monitor, another process cannot enter the monitor. So in such a case, the P1 will execute the cwait signal, cwait on the condition variable, and it will be put into the queue associated with that condition variable. So when P1 is put into the queue of the condition variable, it is assumed to be not present in the monitor. In such a case, another process can enter the monitor and continue the execution. So the P1 will resume the execution only if another process execute the signal operation. So signal operation is when signal operation is performed, the process that is put on this queue associated with the condition variable will resume its execution. So in this way, mutual exclusion is enforced using monitors. So monitors are a programming language construct. So the compiler knows they are special and can handle calls to monitor procedures differently from other procedure calls. So typically when a process calls a monitor procedure, the first few instructions of the procedure will check to see if any other process is currently active within the monitor. So if so, the calling process will be suspended until the other process has left the monitor. If no other process is using the monitor, the calling process may enter. The common way to implement mutual exclusion on monitor entries is to use mutex or binary semaphore. But here, this is implemented by the compiler. Because the compiler is implementing the mutual exclusion, it is much less likely that something will go wrong. But in the case of semaphores, it is implemented by the programmer. So it is more error prone.